Hi, I'm Yannick Hanfman.
I'm Ilya Marchenko.
I'm Dennis Kudla.
This is Sebastian Olfner.
It's Marc-Andrea Whistler.
I am Francisco Cerundolo.
And you're listening to the GTL
podcast.
Hopefully you enjoy it.
It's the Australian Open, that's right people, and it is not too far away. This is the women's draw preview, and I cannot wait, because as we know famously on this one, we never know who's going to win. We've got Iga Swiatek down one end, we got Sabalenka down the other, and I can't wait to get stuck in, JG.
Yep, and we've got about 12 hours until it all kicks off. It feels weird because it's a Saturday in the UK, but it does start at midnight on the start of Sunday. So it should be a really, really fun event, this one. We've done our men's draw preview yesterday. Go check that out if you haven't seen it. This is all about the women. And the big narrative, I feel, is that Sabalenka is on that side of the draw where she avoids Rybakina and Iga and some other really good players who aren't necessarily a seed. And yes, I feel Sabalenka's had a really nice stroke of luck with the draw. I don't know who I'm going to have winning, but that's the only thing I can really take away from the draw reaction we did the other day. I think Iga's got a tough little section with players she usually struggles against, and there's not many she does struggle against.
Yeah.
But let's get into it. Let's see how it all plays out in this video. If you are watching at home, make sure to download the Tennis app, TNNS, Apple or Android. It's free to download, and you can play along at home and do your own selections and compete against me and Ben. We'll start with the qualifiers.
Yeah, let's start with the qualifiers. Here they are. So, on the screen, for our audio listeners, we'll read them out. We've got Yastremska. Zarazua had a really good qualifying. Volinets. We got Zakharova, Ferro, Storm Hunter, the Aussie. That one's really good one to watch out for. Jean. We got Seidel, Marino, Brenda Favitova. Last year's junior champion, Alina Kornieva. We've got, this one's going to be a difficult one to pronounce. Starodubtseva. Hopefully I got that right. Let me know in the comments. Lulu Sun. Like that name. That's a really nice name. We've got Daria Snigir. And we've got Sara Balek is there again as well, the young Czech. And we've got, this is a really good name that I'm really bad at pronouncing. Maria, I think it is Timofeyeva. But every time I look at it, I think of Timo Fever.
So I'm going to tell you a little bit about these qualifiers, Ben. So we have two qualifiers there. So two teenagers who are having their first Grand Slam appearance. The list is growing. I did send you a tweet from Juan Ignacio the other day, but there's quite a few now. But the new ones are Seidel, who was born in 2005. I'll let you do the maths on how old she is. And then you've got Kornieva, 2007. So she's the same age as Mira Andreeva and Brenda Fruhvirtova. I believe that, is it 16 or 17?
Yeah, I believe it is. Well, so we got 2007, did you say, some of them? So, yeah, that's going to be 16.
So Mira Andreeva, Brenda and Kornieva are all 2007. And this is her debut for Kornieva, the Russian. And you've also got a debut for Seidel, the German. So they're the two names from the qualifiers. And, yeah, it looks good for women's tennis at the moment that we have these young teenagers breaking through. It seems to me there's more on the women's than the men's, but I can't guarantee that for statistically if that is correct. But it just seems like there's a lot more teenagers on the women's side than the men's.
Yeah, and a lot more Russians and Czechs coming through, as you can see. I think I don't
know too much about Seidel or Kornieva, but the big one is Mira Andreeva. I think she's awesome.
Yeah, I mean,
and I would like to see her go quite far. And I think people should watch out for her. That's the reason we're starting the video with this, because the likes of the Belchek and Andreeva and Fruhvirtova, I think them three need to be watched. Of course, if you go up, I think you got Coco Gauff. We know who she is.
Who's that?
Shock. But them ones definitely. You could maybe make a case for Noskova, but I think she's not quite there. She's good, but not quite there.
Did well against Rybakina in was it Adelaide or no Brisbane? So she's been looking really good this year already. So not many other players you can really say the same for. Obviously, we got Brenda Flavitova just come through the qualifying. We just mentioned her name a second ago. So she's got 3 wins under her belt coming in. So it might be worth looking out for her.
Looking at the odds, we have Iga favourite, Sabalenka second favourite, and then actually it's really interesting. So you got Iga favourite 3.25, and then you've got joint second favourite, nothing between all 3 of them. Sabalenka, Gauff, Rybakina, all at 5.5. Pegula then 23, Zasaka 26, Qinwen Zheng 26, Ostapenko 34, Mira Andreeva also 34. So she is one of the big favourites, Andreeva.
Wow.
I say big favourite. She's in the top 10.
That shocks me.
Above the likes of Ons Jabeur, Svitolina, Sakari. Raducanu still sneaks in there somehow. She's 66-1, Emma Raducanu. And you can have a boost on Sky with 7.5 for her to reach the quarterfinals if you fancy it.
Yep, we're not affiliated in any way, but yeah, just because that's the one we're looking at right now. And there's a few of the others down the list there, just in case you want to see. Azarenka, 100-1 there. Noskova, 126 is there. Yep. That's quite crazy, considering how well she's been playing. But
yeah. Right, enough of that. We're not going to go through all of these lists, Ben. But what I wanted to say to you is this, which is fascinating, and this is a popular requested bet. The top 8 seeds all to reach the quarterfinals. So if you want to go for the 1-2-8 here, with the bookmakers, they'll give you 300-1. So
I'm in.
300-1 for the 1-8. Is it going to happen? We're going to find out now because we're going to be doing our brackets. And this is what we think is going to happen. Make sure to play along at home. And of course, it's not too late to join the Patreon if you want your predictions to be on our intro video. So please do send something across ASAP. I don't think we've had too many so far.
No, just a couple.
We'll get something together.
Before we go into the draw proper, let's just have a quick look at last year's winners. So last year's winner was obviously the lady with the easy draw, as we say, this year. And it is Alina Sabalenka, and that was an epic final against Jelena Rybakina. And I think that last year was sort of the coming out party for Sabalenka, first slam title. And it was just nice to see somebody sort of achieve a goal that we were expecting them to achieve, really. Like, will she be able to do it again, though? She's expected to do it this year. Last year, maybe not so much because there's a lot of pressure on her. This year, everyone's looking at her draw thinking, well, if you don't win it this year, then what's wrong with her? So
I always find it mental looking at this, that in 2017, it was Serena versus Venus. It wasn't even that long ago, and that's just mad. But you never really see players win this back-to-back. Azarenka did in 2012, 2013. Yep. And yeah, Serena 2009, 2010. Yeah. But it's going to be, I think, pretty open with the current state of play on the women's. You've got them 4 names. The bookies don't know really between 2 to 5. And I kind of agree a little bit. I'm not sure. I'm really not sure. I don't think Iga should be the favourite. That's one thing I would say.
Yeah, we got back there Jennifer Capriati in 2001 and 2002 back-to-back. I think she defeated Gail Falkenberg on the way to victory. Yeah, I'm not sure. I'm just playing with you. Right, let's get into the draw proper anyway. Iga is at the top, and obviously Saba's at the bottom. And Iga's first match is the 2020 champion, Sofia Kenin, who's just outside the seeds. This couldn't be much worse for Iga, it should be noted, because she was like first reserve, let's say, not quoting the in-betweeners. So she was literally, it's her and Pliskova were the ones who were just waiting. If someone got injured, they would go into the seeds. So she's got very unlucky there, Iga, to get somebody who's just outside the seedings, but I expect her to beat her.
Yeah, I think she'll be okay. I think I look at this more as unlucky for Kenin. Because if she had a better draw, she could have gone for a few rounds. But with Iga first round, it just diminishes any hope. I don't think she'll win. As much as it's a good match, I think it's a good start for Iga. I think she'll be fine against Kenin. Next up, I'm going to have Collins or Kerber. Collins did really well at the Australian Open a few years back. I'm not sure on this one at all. I think it's tight. And I
in
may surprise
form.
you. I think I'm going to go Kerber.
It does surprise me a little bit, but I understand why you're doing it. I'm going to stick with Collins because I had her as a dangerous unseeded player.
Kerber did all right at the United Cup, right?
I think she beat Tomljanovic and then played Iga and lost, but you can't really base anything upon that. I don't see, well, I'm going to give it away probably now. I don't really think that either are going to trouble Iga anyway.
Okay, next I'm going to have Ferro, the qualifier.
Yes.
I'm going to go Noskova to beat Bauskova.
Yeah, I'm going to do the same. A seed out already.
Svitolina to beat Preston.
Yep. Don't know much
She's
about
a
her.
young Australian player.
Okay.
Tomova to beat Day.
Yeah, go on then. Bulgarians, up the Bulgarians. Come on.
Siniakova or Kristen.
I'm going to be going for Siniakova because
Yeah, me
she's actually
too.
been in good singles form. Since the split from Krejcikova, she's actually been looking pretty good.
Kudermetova here. Ostapenko.
Kudermetova.
Tomljanovic.
Yeah. Yeah, I'd go with that.
Clara
Martic.
Towson.
Yes,
I don't
come
know.
on.
I'm surprised. You like a bit of Minen. You usually do go a few rounds with Minen.
Minen, not
Especially
against
at the start of
Towson.
the year.
I mean, I don't think she's good against power players, though. I feel like she's just like... She's good against other people similar to her game style because she can just sort of toy with them a little bit. But Towson, I feel, have too much power.
What are you going to do here? Georgie, another player you really like?
Nah, Azarenka... I had Azarenka getting to the final of the Brisbane, but she didn't make it. She got to the semis. I think she's good enough to get through Georgie.
Okay. I'm going to have Wang here beating Navarro.
No, definitely not. Navarro just coming off a tournament win literally just yesterday.
We'll
but
definitely lose.
I don't think so. I think
You just
Navarro-
always go off form.
No, but I think that
Recency
she's
bias, Ben. Far
no, I
too
actually
much
really
recency
no, I
bias.
actually really like her. I
like
remember I
Wang.
had her. She was
This is the best. This is the best Wang.
Oh, is it?
This Wang is good.
I had, which is not a
ZU
seed.
Wang.
Can't be that good.
She's
I
good.
had,
She's going to
Navarro, I had as one of my surprise packages. Remember last year, so that's why I've been keeping an eye on her.
And this is a great name next. Lulu San.
Oh, yeah, I mean it's
Great
brilliant.
name. Qualifier. I think she's going to beat Cocciaretto.
Yeah. I'm picking her just on name alone.
I'll have Gracheva, Vondrausova,
Yes.
Rybakina.
Pliskova, not an easy first round
No,
match.
this is horrible for Rybakina. And I don't know if she's still playing or did she pull out or lose?
No, she pulled
Rybakina?
out of the tournament, I believe.
pulled
No,
out.
she lost, didn't she? She
Yeah,
lost.
you told me she lost. Yeah, that's
Oh
right.
yeah, she lost to. I can't even think who it was now. But it was quite an easy loss as well, which made me think maybe she didn't really give it her all. She lost to Alexandrova.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, straight sets, but I don't think she. I think she
she's
realised.
better for losing.
Yeah, I'm definitely better for losing in that match. Didn't need that tournament.
I'll have Buxa to beat Blinkova.
I'm gonna go Blinkova here.
I'm going to go Camila Osorio to beat Maria.
Nah, I'm gonna go Tatiana Maria.
I feel like this is different to the men's. Like we've got a lot of conflicting ones already.
This
I'm gonna
one's
go Snyder.
Great matchup. Love this matchup. Paolini at Schneider, the young Russian. I'm actually going to go Paolini. I actually quite liked her last year. I thought she was really impressive.
I'm going to go Kalinina.
Yeah, I'll go with that as well.
I'm going to have
This is a-
to Kalinskaya.
That's really, it's a really good matchup. I'm not actually going to go with that. I'm
I
going
don't
to
know
go
if
with
it's that good of a matchup then.
that.
Remember you
Kalins-
said that. So hopefully you're covering it then. You're going to watch it.
She just beat Krejcikova, Kalinskaya.
So you're going to watch it then.
Yeah, if it's on not at 4 a.m.
You just said it's a really good matchup. Ben will be covering this one, by the way, guys, if it's a good time.
That's it.
I won't be, because I don't think it is a great matchup. I think Kalinskaya will win. I'll have
Kalinskaya.
Sloane Stevens beating Kadecki.
Sloane
Kat-
Steven.
Kasatkina beating Stearns.
No, I'm going to go Gadecki. I'm going to have Sloane going out to the Aussie. Kasatkina to beat Stearns, I agree.
King Wing
Yeah.
beat Kruger.
Jang.
Katie Bolter, I'll have winning here.
I mean, it's not an easy first round matchup against Yuan. Go on then. I'll just go with the Brits. Oh, it's the big one. Here we go.
So Emma Raducanu, Shelby Rogers,
Do you want to know when they last played?
Wimbledon.
No, when Raducanu won the US Open. And that was one of her matches, if you remember, en route to winning the US Open.
Oh,
And
yeah. Sorry, yeah.
Shelby Rogers on a 5-match losing streak, and she hasn't played since July last year.
Since Wimbledon.
Yeah, exactly. So I'm going Emma Raducanu.
Go on then. I'll go Emma for this one.
So you've got JG involved with the Radu.
I'll have Sestaya beating Wang.
This is not the good Wang.
Zhu to beat Dodin.
Yes. Linzou's good. I'm going
Zarazua to beat Trevisan.
I agree. Flags are quite similar. I didn't really notice that before.
You never knew the Mexican and Italian flags the same.
Yeah, pretty much.
On the thing in the middle.
That's it.
The eagle, is it? I don't even know what it is.
I can't see. It's too small on the screen.
No, it's not an eagle. Okay, anyway. Krunic to...
I'm going Burrell.
Krunic to beat Burrell.
Okay.
Gula, Sakari,
Yep.
Avanesan,
yes.
Kostyuk, Elise
Yes.
Mertens,
Yes.
which could be tight, actually, that one with Sherry.
Yeah, I mean, you never know with Mertens.
Lynette or Wozniacki?
I'm going Wozniacki to knock out Lynette. I mean, I'm sorry, Magdalene Lynette. I know that she had a really good Australian Open. I can't remember, was it last year? But her form of late, she's lost, I believe, I think it's 8 or 9 out of the last 10. So she's in terrible form right now, Lynette.
I'm going to have Elise Cornet. I feel like she keeps saying she's going to retire, but keeps playing.
No, I'm going Timo Fever, which is Timofeyeva. I like the name.
Tormo or Korniva? I think it's going to be too soon for Korniva. I'm going to have Tormo.
I'm going with Kornieva, last year's junior champion, to knock out Sorribes Tormo.
Good section for Hadid Meyer, this one.
Yeah.
And I'm going to have her winning. I think this is the Sakari section, and I think Hadid Meyer will beat Fruhvirtova.
Yeah, I do as well.
Garcia Saka. Now, this is an awesome one. This is one we're going to cover on the channel, so please join us for it.
Yes.
I believe it is in the morning, Monday morning. So please join us in the UK. That's UK time, Monday morning. Osaka Garcia.
Played only once before, and it was at the Australian Open.
It's a 50-50 matchup, to be honest.
I'm going Osaka. I'm going big. I want the people on the return to do well in this tournament.
I would like Osaka to win. I'll have Saville beating Freck.
Yes.
Zakharova beating Putin Saver.
That's a tough one, but yeah, I'll go with the qualifier.
Potapova to beat Yuvan.
Yes.
Leila Fernandez to beat Belchek.
Yeah, to beat Balek.
Parks or Sneak.
I'm going to go Snigir to beat Parks.
I'll go Parks.
Okay.
I'll go Jean to beat Dollarhide.
Yeah, I agree.
Do you know I do better on women's brackets than men's? I got some stats the other day on the tennis app.
Oh, really?
Another reason why you should do it. My women, it comes up with like on the stats section on the fantasy, and it says I perform a lot better on the women's.
That's
over
interesting.
the course of time. And it makes sense because I always beat you a lot easier on the women's brackets than the men's.
Yeah, how crazy is that?
It's weird.
Well,
Coco Gauff to beat Smedlova.
Yeah.
Jabeur will be fine there against the qualifier. I'll have Mira Andreeva beating Pera, nice draw.
Yep.
Rakimova to beat Bektas.
Yeah.
Rack 'em up.
Yeah, I guess. I don't really know that one. That one's a pick'em. Diane Parry against Jinyu Wang. I'm going to go with Wang here.
Yeah, me too. I'll have Alexandrova beating Siegmund.
Storm Hunter to knock out Sara Rani.
Yeah, so... Burridge to beat Korpach.
Well, if you want that...
I've got quite big with all the Brits, actually.
She is an underdog on the betting, Jodie Burridge against Korpach, if you fancy it.
I don't really.
Okay, that's good to know.
Hontama versus Krajikova. I'll have to go Krajikova.
Yeah, I'm going that.
Samsonova or Anisimova?
Not wasting any time. Samsonova, not Anisimova.
You had her winning last year.
Yeah, I mean, she went off tour. She just gave up on tennis. I've given up on her. So, not having it. She'll probably win it this year.
I'll have... It's a Podoroska I'm going to go.
These are two good French Open players. I remember rightly.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm going to go with Zidansek.
Taylor Townsend or Badoza.
Was Badoza actually? She played a tournament just recently. I don't think she did that great.
I'm going to go Taylor Townsend.
I'm going to go Badoza for the vibes.
Tsitsipas is already out at this stage, so she'll probably want to link up.
Oh no, they're going to go tour in Melbourne.
Vekic to beat Pavlyuchenkova.
This could be a potential Vekic tumble-in.
No.
Early on.
Vekic
I'm going to go for it. I'm going to go for Pavlyuchenkova.
The two players you don't like are Eubanks and Vekic.
I do like Vekic.
Because they're the two players I always pick in brackets. You always make them go out first round. I've seen your game now.
You've obviously not been watching what Pavlyuchenkova's been up to.
I don't keep looking at recency bias, man. Have you noticed? I don't look at I don't have another tab up with recent results. I'm not doing this. My logic is based off watching the players and what I think they're going to perform like in this event, not what they've just done. You don't win the Australian Open based off what you've just done. You win it based off what you're doing now. And you're always looking at them things. And I think that's why I beat you on brackets.
Well, we'll see. That one, everyone keep an eye out for Pavlyuchenkova versus Donna Vekic. Pavlyuchenkova for me going through.
Okay, so Tezarenko or Bronzetti. I'll have Tezarenko.
Sabalenka for me. Sasnovich, I think, to beat Masarova. It's a tough one, though.
I'm going to have Masarova. I'll go Brenda Fluvidova and Saba at the bottom. Terrible draw for Seedorf, the young qualifier.
Yeah, I mean, couldn't be any worse.
How old is Seedorf again? 2005.
Okay, so is that 18?
Yeah, crazy. Saba will win.
She's beaten in the qualifying Mandlik. These are actually not bad players. Mandlik, Francesca Jones, and Hayley Baptiste. So quite good qualifiers she had to beat to come through, but Saba's on another level.
Okay, right at the top, I'll have Iga beating Kerber. No worries there. Noskova beating Ferro.
Eager to beat Collins on mine. I'll have Noskova to beat Ferro as well.
So now we're lining up a little bit.
Yeah.
Svitolina.
Yep, I agree.
Kudermetova.
No, I'm going to go Siniakova here.
Okay. Ostapenko, Tomiyasu. This is one of the ones where Ostapenko can just tumble.
Possibly, but I don't think she will.
I think this is 3 sets, but I'll have Ostapenko.
Azarenka, I'm going to have to beat Towson here. Good in Australia. Has won it twice before.
Okay, I'll go Azarenka on this one. I'm going to have Ziyu Wang beating Sun.
I'm going to have Navarro going through against Sun. Sorry, Sun, I don't know much about you.
Vondrausova beating Gracheva.
Too many seeds in mine at the moment. There needs to be some going out, I think. So.
Rybakina beating Buxa.
Yeah, Blinkova on mine.
Sario or Snyder? I'm going to go with Sario. Keep the run alive. We've got very different in this little bit, I think.
I think Paolini. I'll keep it going. And I'm going to go Kalinskaya to beat Kalinina.
I'm going to go Kalinina.
Okay.
I'll have Kasatkina beating Stevens.
Yeah.
Qingwen Zheng beating Bolter.
Yeah.
Sadly, Raducanu's out. This is where she goes. I'm going to have Sorana Sastea, one of my favourites.
These are like the names.
I almost put her inside my top 10.
Well, I'm gonna put her through because I think that it's lined up nicely for players that brought Raducanu onto the scene. Remember Wimbledon when she beat Sastea, and remember the US Open when she beat Rogers, and then she's going to set up a battle, which I mean, this one's going to do box office numbers. If we get Qingwen Zheng versus Emma Raducanu, that will be massive. Yeah, I know, huge. So hope we get that.
I'm going to go Zarazua to beat Zhu. No, a little run for the Mexican.
I don't think so. I think Lin Zhu's too much for her.
Pegula will be fine.
Yeah, she'll be fine.
Sakari will not be fine. She's going to really struggle. I think she might scrape through in 3, but I think Avanesian will push her.
I think she'll be okay.
I'm going to go Kostyuk to beat Mertens.
I'm going to do the same. Get Mertens out of there before she makes me make weird decisions in the next round.
I've got 2 wild cards here. Wozniacki or Cornet. I'm going to have Wozniacki.
I got
for old time's sake.
Timofeyeva versus Wozniacki. Yeah, I'm going to go
She's
with
been here before.
Wozniacki. Yeah.
Hadid Maya to beat Tormo.
Yeah, I mean, Hadad Maya, Kornieva. Should I go for it? Is it worth it?
My
feel
top
like
10 player, Hadid Maya.
I might go for it.
Of course
you know?
he is.
I'm going to knock her out. I
She's
need to
gonna
do
get in the top
something
10.
big. I need to do something big in this one.
Come on, Hadid Maya. So Osaka, I'm going to have beaten Saville, another player in my top 10.
That's going to be a tough match as well.
It's easier than the round before. I'm going to have Potapova beating Sakharova. Nice draw. Fernandez to beat Parks. Hopefully, the first match we're going to cover, by the way, on the channel will be Leylah Fernandez. And that is tonight.
Yeah.
So I'm hoping she wins because I would like to see her then beat Parks. I think it gets easier maybe in the next round.
Bejlek, I'll have to make a Bejlek button.
Coco Gauff to beat Jean.
Yep. Ooh, big decisions to be made. Ons Jabeur versus Mila Andreeva. And
I'm going Mila Andreeva. I think she's going to beat Ons Jabeur.
We've got to do it, haven't we? Come on, Mila. I love Ons Jabeur, but I'm all for the new breeds right now.
I'm going to have Wang. Come over.
Yep.
Hunter. I'm going to have Alexandrova here.
I think she's just a bit too good quality-wise. Yeah, sadly, I wanted to believe in Storm.
What an easy draw this is for Krajcikova. I'll have her beating Burridge.
Yeah, I mean, well, Alexandrova's not that easy. Samsonova.
No, up until now. Samsonova, Vekic.
I'm going to have Pavlyuchenkova going through again.
Masarova.
Sabalenka for me.
And Vlhovitova for you? Your qualifier, you like her?
I don't think she's just not powerful enough. That's
Not
the problem.
Yet. No.
Just she's really good, but she's so young and small. She just can't hang with those big dogs in Sabalenka. She's going to power off the court.
Right, back to the top. Iga will beat Noskova.
Tough one. I think there'll be two actual close sets in this one.
No, there'll be a breadstick in one of them.
All right, okay.
Svitolina will beat Kudermetova.
Yeah, Svitolina to beat Siniakova.
I'm going to go Ostapenko to beat Azarenka.
Yeah, I agree.
Maybe not then. I'll have Azarenka. Change of heart. If you agree with me, then I don't agree.
Oh, you don't.
I'll have Vondrausova beating Wang.
Got Navarro in there. I don't know how much I really believe in her. I don't think she's good enough to beat like top opposition, but she's good enough to beat like a lot of the others. Like Navarro, who's she even beaten? Who's of high note? No, I'm not going for it. Go with Vondrausova. Rybakina
doesn't mean
to
anything,
beat
Ben.
Paolini.
If you looked at that, before Raducanu won the US Open, you wouldn't have picked her to win that at all, would you?
I would.
So Vondrausova before she won Wimbledon last year,
she was amazing form.
you'd have looked at her and thought, oh, she just lost to Clara Towson, so I won't be having her winning. And then she ended up winning the whole thing. So that logic is pointless. It's all about the here and now. You can look at the past things as much as you want. It helps with certain factors, I understand.
Yeah,
but that is not going to win you the Australian Open.
Maybe it will.
Rybakina will beat Osorio.
Kasatkina to beat Kalinskaya.
Yeah.
End of the road for Raducanu, I think. Kim Win-jeng knocks her out.
Yeah, I have Kim Win-jeng knocking out Sestaya. Pegula to beat Zarazua.
Okay. Yeah.
Kostruk to beat Sakari.
No, I think Sakari, that'll be 3 sets, but she'll go through.
Hadid Maya to beat Wozniacki.
My bracket's gone a bit weird in this section. Not liking it. That always happens. I'm going to... I can't do it again, can I? I mean, Wozniacki's got a really good draw if she gets through the net. I mean, it's actually quite promising. I'm going to have her beating Kornieva.
Okay, I think that's possible.
Oh, Osaka Potapova.
Osaka, why not?
I think we're going very big on Osaka right now. She did just lose to Pliskova.
She's in my top 10.
I know, but you can't just put it through just based upon that. Is she fit?
I believe that she's going to do well this year.
Yeah, go on then. I'll have her go and do one more, and then see who she plays next. Wow.
Leylah Fernandez or Coco Gauff?
I think it's Coco for me.
I'm torn.
I'm not.
I'm torn. I was
Like
thinking about doing it, but I don't
Natalie
think I'm going.
Imbruglia.
I'll have Coco Gauff on this occasion. Mira Andreeva to beat Wang.
Yeah, go on then.
Alexandrova to beat Krejcikova. Good draw for her.
Yeah, definitely a good draw.
Vekic to beat Samsonova.
Samsonova to beat Pavlyuchenkova.
And Saba from the bottom.
Yeah. Sabalenka, I mean, it's a nice draw for Saba. Sabalenka's actually been in quite good form, but still, it's just levels. All right. Iga Svitolina. It's got to be Iga, isn't it?
I don't see Svitolina beating her, no.
Well, didn't she beat her not too long ago?
Now, Wimbledon, wasn't it?
I can't remember.
I think it was Wimbledon.
I can't. Why can't I remember where it was?
Last year.
Wasn't it in the US Open?
Let's have a look.
London. No, you're right. Okay, don't know what I'm talking about. Right. Yeah, that's on grass. This is on hard. Iga's in good form. She's doing well at the United Cup. I think that she beats her.
Vondrausova beating Azarenka.
I'm gonna have Ostapenko to beat in Vondrausova.
Rybakina to beat Kasatkina.
Yeah, agreed.
Pegula to beat King Wing Zhang.
Not for me. Kim Win-jeng to beat Pegula. She's gonna start the year with a bang.
Hadid Maya to beat Kostyuk.
This is the worst bit of my bracket. Why have I put Sakari through? How is she making it through so far?
Put her in the quarters, man.
Oh, go on then. John,
Listen,
John's,
Ben's got Sakari and Tsitsipas in his quarterfinals.
it's just not happening,
The
is
Greek
it?
duo. The Greek duo.
Somewhere around the
Aren't you
world.
going
John,
to Greece this year?
somewhere around the world, John Silk's sitting there going, oh, yeah, I agree with that one. Right.
Osaka Coco Gauff. Wow.
Goff.
Is it a
for me.
US Open final? I'll have Gauff win him.
Yeah, I think so.
I'm going to have Mira Andreeva beating Alexandrova.
This is a big ass. Are you just looking at the odds? Is this what you're doing?
No.
Oh, I like it. I'm going for it as well. Jabeur's probably at this stage by now.
And I'll have Saba beating Vekic.
Yeah, it's got to be Saba at the bottom beating Samsonova.
Okay, so the quarterfinals are set. I've got the 1-7, 3-5, 10-4, unseeded 2.
Sounded like some sort of cheat code.
I've not got the 1-8. I've got the 1-7, 3-5, 10-4, unseeded 2.
Nice. I can't see mine yet because I've got.
What have you got? The 1-11. Go on, give us a little sneak preview. The
1-11,
1-11,
3-12,
3-12,
8-4,
8-4.
unseeded 2.
You had to get a little 84 in there. Little Sakari Gauff.
Oh, that's horrible. Right. Iga Ostapenko. She's never beaten Ostapenko. That should be noted. And it's notoriously a bogey player for her. I think it's going to be the first time that she beats Ostapenko. Is going to be at the Australian Open.
Yeah, I think she's going to beat Vondrausova. I think Rybakina's going to beat Pegula.
Rybakina versus Zhang. Yeah, I think Rybakina beats Zhang. Oh, no.
I think Coco Gauff will beat Hadid Maya.
Yeah.
And I think Saba's going to beat Andreeva. So I've got the 1, 2, 3, 4.
People may as well not tune into our brackets, I think, anymore. It's the men's and the women's.
Yep.
Oh, dear. I think that we're both... well, if that happens, then we're genius. But if it doesn't, or we're not even genius,
It
it's
does
just...
feel like we're going to get... I don't ever do it usually, but I just feel like we're going to get a 1-4 on both men's and women's. I might not have the final, you think, though?
Well, I think Rybakina's going to get to the final.
Yeah, so do I. I think Rybakina's also going to get to the final. I think she's going to beat Iga.
And I think we're going to have a repeat of last year's final. Saba, Rybakina.
I think Saba will bottle the semis, and I think Coco Gauff will beat her.
Oh.
So I think we're going to get a Rybakina Coco Gauff final.
That would be sick.
So it's not going to be the 1-2. So maybe this does surprise a few people. I'm going for the 3-4 final.
Yeah, I think that this is. I mean, everyone's going to look at this and think, yeah, well, this is probably the most likely. Rybakina, Sabo is probably what a lot of people think from last year, how well they played.
Iga?
It's a very close one with the Iga. I just feel like if Rybakina meets Iga, she just gets under her skin. I don't know what it is.
To beat her, yeah.
The Ice Queen, Rybakina on court.
Ice cream.
Yeah, the ice cream. She need one down under. It's boiling down there. Who wins? That's the question.
We have the chance to have the same here, Ben.
Yeah. We both picked Rybakina in our predictions, like in the beginning of the year.
Yeah. I'm going to stick with it. I'm going to have Rybakina beating Coco Gauff in the final.
Don't put me in a position where we both might have the same exact thing. So if you're going to
go,
go,
exact thing, is it? Because you've got Saba.
But I mean, like you got Djokovic, Rybakina.
That's what I said in the prediction
Same.
Start of the year.
Okay, well, if you're going to go for that, then I'm just going to do it just to go against you.
No, don't just do it for that. If you think Rybakina's going to beat, do you honestly think Rybakina will beat Sabalenka?
Well, she just absolutely
last year this was the final and Sabalenka beat her.
I'm going to go for Sabalenka. She defends her title. Then she's got an easy draw, and if she gets on a run, then I think that nothing could stop her because she just needs to build the confidence to get to the final. Yeah. I'm going to convince myself that if she plays her again, this will be a completely different match. So I'll go Sabalenka winning the Australian Open again.
Well, I'll be honest. If this is the final, I think Sabalenka does win it. But I just think I think Sabalenka's going to have one of them semi-final moments. Semi-final Saba and a Grand Slam's a real thing.
It is, yeah. She's
a bit wobbly sometimes. We've seen it at Wimbledon, seen it at Roland Garros. Just has a bit of nerves. Coco Gauff just beating her in a Grand Slam at the US Open. I feel Coco Gauff is going to beat Saba if they face, and that's why she's not going to be in the. But if she was to get to the final, I think she wins.
Yeah, I'm going to.
It's strange how it works sometimes with tennis, but that's how I see it going, and I'm happy with my champion, Jelena Rybakina, to win the Australian Open.
It is a solid pick. Now we've got to pick our dark horses. Let us know in the comments section as well who you picked to win the Australian Open on the women's side, and let us know your dark horse pick as well. We've got to pick somebody who is outside the top 20 for dark horse. Just going to have a quick look through to see who is worthy of me picking them. Just trying
It's pretty easy for me.
Yeah, I mean, it's pretty obvious, isn't it? I mean, go on then. I know you're going to take her, so you just take the obvious one.
I'll have Mira Andreeva as my dark horse to win the Australian Open. I might even put a sneaky bet on it because she's got a nice draw, and I've got her going all the way to the quarterfinals.
Yeah, I mean, it's definitely a good one. For me, I mean, it's really difficult to pick because that was the obvious one, but I thought I'd let you have it. I'll go with Naomi Osaka then. There you go. I'll throw that one in the hat. If she suddenly appears and is an amazing world beater, maybe, who knows, Osaka could win it.
Also, Iga, Jelena, Saba and Coco Gauff, 11-1 to reach the semi-finals. Not bad odds there at all.
Yeah.
But let's wrap it up there. Thank you so much for joining us on this women's draw preview. If you haven't already, hit the like button, subscribe if you're new, and hit that bell notification because we're going to be doing podcasts every single day of the Australian Open. We're going to be covering as many matches as possible, and we're in for a very big few weeks. We both think Djokovic is going to win the men's, and we differ a little bit on the women's. But often when we pick the same players, it never happens. So I'm really looking forward to this exciting Australian Open, and hopefully you can join us for the ride.
Yeah, and you can always tell when the Australian Open comes around, or any Grand Slam, because last night, I'm telling you, my dreams were full of tennis. It's so weird. You can't make it up. It was literally me and you watching tennis live, and there were some things that happened which could be actual predictions as well.
Are you going to let us know or not?
Wow. There was something to do with Sinner and Alcaraz. I'll just leave it at that.
That'll be good. Right. So we will be covering a match in about, probably when this comes live, about 9 hours' time. Leylah Fernandez versus Bilek, the Czech. and that will be a close match. Leylah Fernandez is favourite. Me and Ben both have gone for her, but let's see how it plays out. And then in the morning, we've got Novak Djokovic against the young Croatian qualifier. And then the next day, because we've also got the schedule for Monday, the ones I can commit to for sure is
Osaka
versus Garcia. Potentially Jabeur, maybe not. Potentially Felix Thiem, depending on timings. And hopefully Berrettini Tsitsipas, which is right in the middle of the night. So we'll see how we get on with it all.
Perfect. Right, let's wrap it up there. Like, subscribe, and we'll see you for the matches.
See you soon.